Thank you, Kendall. I'm ecstatic. Excuse me. I'm sorry, just in that short time, my voice is leaving me. I know you guys are all happy. This is, I'm excited because this is what I had envisioned, the vision and everything, and the working together. I think the partnership and that we all came together with a goal under your guidance was very successful. And I agree with you in terms of the response from the community. The people overall are. You're going to have a few people who are going to, especially during campaign time, we call it silly season. You get more and more people saying more and more things that are wrong with the city, things that are going bad, but it's usually because it's related somehow to specific topics. I am very, very pleased that the goals, and I was a strong advocate, more so on the mayoral position, meaning that, as we talked about, I mean, I came on, my focus was partnerships and communication, which are two of the 6 goals that we have. And focusing on those are very important. And I can see that each year with the mayors focusing, because now we have areas that we can focus on and not changing it midstream is a good conversation that we did have. Not that it ever really hurt, but it just was, we have more on board when we're all on the same ship. And I just was really pleased with that. I think that the questions we keep asking, and I think we need to look at further engaging expertise from you and the guidance, because I know that I have tons more questions that I would love to confer, and I think it's something we're going to have to look at, as giving us a little bit of direction on how to do things. I mean, I know Mr. Haley was talking about, you know, we 6th Street is owned by so many people. How do we do this? We all have ideas, but some guidance. Social media, you talked about that. And that's an issue that previous councils haven't had to deal with. You know, they didn't have the Facebook, they didn't have all these pages. I mean, we have several groups within Corona, and you try to monitor it. I'm just, you know, it takes us off focus, because you're getting into one group here. I mean, I'm on several groups that are within Corona, and each group has its own focus. And instead of focusing about the whole city, they're focused on individual things. And so, you know, just some direction on how do we do social media in terms of the big picture, rather than trying to answer to small groups here, here, and here. And I think that's what's fragmenting. And so we just need some direction and guidance on taking that and the cost. So this is where I'm now. We've got all this information and how to do this. And we keep asking, well, how do other cities do this? So I think we're asking the right questions. We want some help to move direction. I think it's something we're going to have to look at long term, and I agree. The next step is just getting this in the process, and I like the idea that you refer to things on the agenda. How does it meet our strategic plan? And many of our organizations that we all belong to, SCAG does it. Everything we do with SCAG and that's on the agenda refers to the strategic plan goal, and that helps us keep in line. It helps us make those decisions, because does it fit in the long-term vision? Does it fit our mission statement? So everything has to fit within the context of how we are going to deal with it.
Exactly. And you can, you know, as a council, you can determine moving forward, which would probably be a really good idea, again, given the high level of citizen engagement and the folks that people really want to participate, of looking at some of those goals and determining which ones of those might be good for a facilitated discussion where you can actually have some open exchange of ideas, so people can say, this is what we like, this is what we don't like, and also temper that with the reality check of, you know, what we have in terms of finances. As soon as you start thinking about some of these things like a downtown revitalization, you can form business improvement districts, you can do, you know, landscape and lighting districts. These are all things, though, that require money, and they have to be approved by property owners.
Right.
And it's, again, I think that someone else mentioned it earlier. I mean, the pain threshold is definitely going to be there. But certainly as it pertains to social media and some of these other things we've talked about, there are a number of great case studies out there. There are a number of opportunities that you guys could be looking at. And of course, we would love to have an ongoing relationship to help you realize those goals. And we'd be more than happy to work with council and work with staff in sort of facilitating that and getting you to move forward.
Well, I just want to thank you for opening this door and helping us through it. I think that we've got a lot of growth to do. I'm just excited. I don't know what else to say other than thank you, and I'm thank my colleagues. I thank the community, the staff, because if you don't have this roadmap, we're not going to get to where we need to go. And I like how you said, we should wake up in the morning and where do you see yourself? You know, where are we seeing ourselves in 20 years? And it's about time we made that decision to move forward on this plan.
Speaking of moving forward, I move recommended action and we approve the
Okay, thank you.